Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
On second down, wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Power football with the run.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Give to the running back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Northwestern's offense has the ball for the first time. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
They'll go to the counter. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Northwestern will send out the punt team. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Grab near the marker. It's Westbrook. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He finds his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Offense set on first down. They'll leave it with him. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Here's the handoff. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's Hubbard. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He's looking for a man on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Makes the pass. Connection to the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Makes the catch. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast. Understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. They'll try to pick up the first. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Fourth down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
And the Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's go.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. These corners going to give these receivers some space. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hubbard. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Motion from the offense. Trying to get to it. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble. And you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Stanford overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Palo Alto, this Cardinal team has to be thrilled with this result.
Looking for a man. It's Hubbard.
The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. On second down, they'll take to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum.
Going over the top. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Here he comes with the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. He's got it. And he will score! Touchdown, Michigan! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You talk about changing the game. The offense better know where he is on every single play. You talk about putting your fingerprints all over the game.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing.
Can anyone catch it? And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it.
And saying the word angles means a lot because it's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Touchdown Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early. You got a short field. Take advantage of it, too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Hubbard. Still looking. Makes his connection. And the Wildcats have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. Trying to find his man on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Well, they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Northwestern will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the single back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Looking to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the day.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more...
Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Middle Tennessee is going to enjoy the trip back to Murfreesboro after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Floyd Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
To the ground with the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, and they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Michigan stole their winged helmets and possibly their fight song from Princeton, but they are giving an Ivy League-level education in defense today.
Yeah, and stealing their hearts, just ripping them out, not giving them anywhere to go, no life. This offense has no answers because Michigan's out there just destroying them, giving them a education.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air, it's Hubbard. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer,